unleashing a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
I'm choosing to believe, until I hear otherwise, that that's the cocaine skull. Alright, now it is off to the coast, I believe. There's nothing else for us here. That was the thing that I was like proud of myself for remembering to do. Let me see what other checks we have. We are not shaving. The Samaran butter is not there. We're not gonna hit on her while we have Kim with us. We don't need to do either of those because they aren't there anymore. Yeah. Onward. The other way. I can buy the Rual game, but I want to save the money to get the last piece from Selene for the clothes. I feel like that's a worthier bit. Sort of the off-site copy is an paranoid that turning off the maker inevitably affects it because Kim asked why you turned it off. Oh, and I said, oh, we might as well not get but I think I took the cube out already. And that's why? Okay, yeah, he said we can't go that way. I don't know. We're encountering so much that I just didn't do because I found Ruby, like, on accident really early. So much of this is just things that I never would have encountered. Alright, so we did everything over there. Yeah, what is actually on the official task list, I realize. Yeah, we did everything for Monday, go us. We can't convince her because our conceptualization's so low. Need to find a working... Okay, everything else is at the Ravers, which I want to go do. We've got to go back and fill the trap. Closet, we got to wait till we don't have Kim with us. We need to keep trying the shots. And then, yeah, it's track Ruby. And mostly just don't try to not find Ruby before we find my gun. Because I don't know how that goes down. This is also very funny to me from the perspective of I played this entire playthrough with my fucking Ty talking to me, and that's not happening now. And it's weird to feel like that's an insane sentence, and yet I am legitimately like feeling more alone because I don't have my Ty to yell at me and tell me what to do. Okay, I believe it was this trap this way was the one that we came to refill. Thankfully, the actual asset literally shows the locus in it, so we can at least tell. Oh, it's on the other side, yeah, that's right. Because it wasn't the first one. Oh, the water runs from the west. The source is upstream. Broken pipe. Ooh. The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. Oh, Trant's still here. We might go see if he has anything else to say, I guess. Oh, that doesn't have any.
The locusts aren't doing all too well, but this...
Oh, no. Okay, they just aren't moving in it. Oh, that's cute that they actually just have it not move to let you, like, kind of get tricked. I thought this was the one that was empty.
Morel's trap stands empty, just like the boathouses around
Oh,
it.
okay, the asset was lying to me. Release the locusts into
the locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done.
It's an
When do
interesting
you
proposer
think we will
check.
return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
Well, that's cute. Okay, so that's the building I don't want to look at. We'll talk to Lena in a minute. No, this is the one from the... Yeah, this is where we looked up and it was the line of people being executed. It was absolutely brutal. So that is not the one that's going to trigger. Trant is in front of the one that's going to trigger some stuff we don't want to bother with right now. Oh yeah, let me change my outfit. I don't want to be in my fucking physical... I look like a dork. Hold on. I like composure. Composure checks are interesting. There's almost always something interesting off of them. What did we have? Am I crazy? What did we have on that wasn't... We had the armor on. Where is armor on? Okay, there's armor. There's pants. That's it's okay. Yeah, I think it's time to do church. I'm just gonna kind of poke around here. Oh, hello. Could this be the buoy that Claude told you about? Oh.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash. But if you look closer,
That over there must be the boy class you told us about. The one she hid her
Buoy.
passport in.
Buoy.
We should take a look.
cold, air, tendons, snapped the cords keeping the boy in place. A little longer, and it would be floating somewhere out in the open sea.
What?
Moves across the water, leaving no traces. You're cold again, as always.
Yes, but who or what is this?
Splendor.
Damn, I felt really strange just now. We're lucky it's still here a little longer and it would have floated away.
Indeed. Let's see what's
I
inside.
just felt really strange right now. No further response. All his concentrations on the contraption. Where are we in the story? Oh god. So we did all of the yesterday was literally just 4 hours of staying in the whirling and rags, going back and forth between Titus and Claze and sorting literally everything out and clearing open the like basically opening wide everything. And now we should go talk to Ruby, or we should try to find Ruby. Joyce piecing out because she's just like, oh, this shit's going, the shit is hitting the fan. I'm getting out of here. So they're basically telling us, hey, once your investigation hits its climax, the tribunal goes off. Pick
The
up the
boy
buoy.
is not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom really have been torn or cut. You lift it out of the water easily, noticing how light it is.
Examine the
The
plastic
number
ball.
11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Shake the buoy.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Sniff the
It
buoy.
smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay. And just a dash of hard liquor. Yum.
What?
The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner, actually. Smells a little salty.
Open the
A
buoy.
shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae. And nothing else.
Well, damn.
No documents. Who do you think took
I
them?
have no idea.
Lieutenant taps his foot, frowning. This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the buoy anyway.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
It must have been Clause's enemies when she's in danger. Maybe she took them herself. Could this be related to the cryptozoologist and their little expedition?
In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in travel documentation. We should go.
You
Sighs.
could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
Let the empty buoy be. Well, thank you, Logic. I appreciate that, actually. Okay, so on the list is ask Clause about that. But yeah, now I guess let's go back to church. Let's see if we can start a dance club. This town needs it. Oh, hello. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC in Revachol, hopefully. Yeah. The church up this way? Yeah, because that's the booth. Okay, time to talk to her. Oh. The same address as the lead programmer at Fortress Accident was looking for. Oh, hello. A prayer book has been left open. Excerpts from the Paracanesian Litany of Love. I was gonna say, is there... Oh, I was wondering if you stand in the spot, if it works. Oh.
Hey, her innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
What?
You have the headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
Yeah, I should. This is a task of mine now.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
Okay, I'm gonna take the flashlight off because it feels actually a little rude to have the flashlight going while I'm looking at God. Do I want to use the Pyrohilidin for that? Yes. Because that, I have a feeling if there's a time we want to be a little closer to our psyche side, it's when we're talking to God. Quick save that shit. And see if I can do the visual
The mother
calculus check
of
here.
humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
Let's see if we can reconstruct.
Nothing. Just
Damn.
the edge of the crack sparkles in the dark. There may have been a writing here, but you cannot make out what it said.
Oh, no, turn away, turn away. We have 1 point, right? We're putting it in visual calculus right now. Yep. And then we're gonna go change our clothes to make sure we're smart enough for this. Which is what you do when you're trying to recreate things. And again, talking to God. As one does. God forbid anyone have hobbies these days.
The mother of humanism stands above you. Nothing. Just
What?
the edge of the crack sparkles in the dark. There may have been a writing.
No! I'm turning the fucking clock back. I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do that. I want to see this check. Are you really booing me? I'll see if I fail it again then.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A jigsaw of broken
I was hoping it would
shards
fail.
falls into
No.
place in front of you. A ghost.
You want me to reload it and fail it? Oh, actually, I am going to reload it because I don't want the fucking dialogue to be gone. That's the actual fucking, like, tragedy. Wait.
The mother of humanism stands above you.
It
a precious
passed.
and complex
It.
wax painting on a single pane of
Interesting.
glass. A crack runs across the length of her body. Her face, but the jigsaw of broken shards
Okay, well-
falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif.
I can't
glows
escape
from
my
both.
sin. What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown. A motor carriage. A gunshot. Someone falling into it. Or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who's the older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older
Impa.
woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
To be fair, I feel like part of my justification for wanting to like back up and pass this is the fact that I'm like literally working on an art piece of this and I needed it for reference. The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
After life, death, after death, life.
And
Again?
then along the left
Life
side,
new?
après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Pale?
After life, death. After death.
Yeah, oh, my
life
French.
again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death, after.
Life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however. It was
Why?
deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine.
Oh.
It was a macho thing.
What is the RCM motto
Justice,
now?
union, prudence, and force.
I like the other one better.
So do I.
That last option I didn't read fast enough, but all right, step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Looks like I can't give this figurine
Why?
to her because she's a stained glass window.
That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else?
Like what? Is the task
I
still
don't
on?
know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already.
What?
Only a strange little sadness remains. The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
This is actually legitimately fascinating when I just completely missed so much of this in my first playthrough. What? What? It literally says what an odd task to give yourself, but here we are. All right, well. Okay. Shit. Okay, so not doing that, not doing that. That's not available. Gotta wait without Kim. Empathy point. Not available, not available. Not doing that. Not available. All right, yeah. Hello.
Yes, what is it?
Have you seen anyone suspicious, say a woman
What?
named Ruby?
No, no one's suspicious around here.
She
I
has
love her.
not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
How do you feel about manufacturing large quantities of
I
drugs?
see you've talked to them. Good. Drugs are illegal, and I'm not leaving this church, especially because of some corrupt drug lab idea you cooked up in that tent.
Wonderful. Now this place is also going to be a drug lab. Always something fascinating happening in tents.
Lieutenant
His way
whispers.
to deal with this is, at this point, not to care. Do what you want. Wait. No. You can't say things like that when the lieutenant is present. Say it's a joke.
Oh, guys, I was just messing with you. No, I'm not going to do that. Say nothing. I was just encouraging an active youth culture. Nothing wrong with that. Mind-altering substances are a vital part of an endodic club scene. It helps to bring the community together.
No, don't mind me. Go on with your little project. I'm sure you can spin it as an undercover op. Many cops do.
I'm actually going to try to convince them to
Just
not
to
do
be
it.
completely clear, I am here to conduct a citizen's investigation into a radio anomaly, and I want nothing to do with the local vices of marginates.
What
Got
if
it?
you... Oh,
Thanks.
he turns back to work. What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andrew. He
I
wants
don't
to make
want
it
to
work.
make anything work.
She replies, her expression, hold on, you don't want to make anything
Yes,
work?
anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Let's convince her to cooperate.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with
What?
something.
No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She looks up from her work, disoriented. But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about
She
it.
thinks about it, a glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
What is an offsite copy and why do you need
It's a
it?
backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the
She's
machine.
making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location.
Okay,
of
so
the
it was already
anomaly.
destroyed.
You
Because we
just
found
have to
it
go to my
in
old
the
workspace
machine.
and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an offsite copy,
Rhetoric, we
then
know
why
why.
is it still on site?
If it's called an offsite copy, then why is it still on
Oh
site?
God, not this again. It is not on site.
As
It
a
is
tech person,
in
I hear
the
that.
basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement. Sounds like it's technically still on site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss.
This
There's
reminds me
nothing
so
wrong
much
with
of working
keeping
in
the
data.
backup
Holy
in
shit.
The basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored.
No, the pipe file, sorry, the integration file didn't just disappear. That's not what happens.
We clear?
WinRAR isn't a virus. Sorry. By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the
Yeah,
Doom commercial area?
that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Wait, the bookstore lady? You mean
That's her
placements?
name, I believe.
Actually, I've already been to the Doom commercial
Good.
area.
Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building
Oh,
cellar.
it was in the
The
fridge.
filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the
In
offsite
the
copy?
giant ice bear fridge.
Oh my god.
I just told you.
I'm sorry, I'm
Have
sorry.
red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
Oh, why can't you go get it
The
yourself?
bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Wait, are you part of the curse?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Why do she think you're part of the
Because she's
curse?
from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
That's a bit biased, don't you think? Yeah, people in Martinez really don't get with like to get with the times. Don't be too harsh. It's only because of their socioeconomic situation. What if it does emit elemental evil? That's a bit biased, don't you? Yeah, they don't really like to get with the
She
times.
literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my range civic. I'm not making this up.
By the way, Scott showed us the videos of Colin opening the decks, and it was perfect to see the first deck. Yeah, that was really fun. By the way, that was very exciting. The seeing y'all sneaking your own characters into those was very
the
funny.
lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find
I
that
love
my
that we're
terminal
doing all of
was
this
full
when we
of
have
those
this in our
chains,
pocket.
Trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Seminine magic.
I found a note from the Ice Bear fridge. It said the offsite copy moved to a safer
Wait.
place.
A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
They said the offsite copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent
That's
on
what's in
keeping
the other
copy
ice cream
somewhere
fridge.
Safe.
We just have the production schedule.
On the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them.
I'm glad we have
Don't find that
context for
copy
this.
from that ice cream maker, will you?
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
I found the ice cream maker, but I couldn't get it open. It's completely
This is
frozen.
getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
Is this the filament you're looking for?
No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without
Ah.
authorization. I don't need it.
She's tapping the table in a badly
In
concealed
his
impatience.
defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still.
Okay, alright, I'll go
Thanks.
look for the offsite. She thinks for a moment and then reaches behind the radio companion and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar.
My Qualsons multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Qualson.
The
Oh, I like
legendary
free.
Cavalsand multi-tool. This is Prybar version 2.0 for professionals like you.
I
This
could have sworn we were gonna get
glorious
this later.
multi-tool makes a regular Prybar completely obsolete.
Alright, well, I'll let you work in peace now. It was everyone's characters. We couldn't remember what was Collins in... What was Collins in World? I don't remember. This is an advanced Prybar, a Prybar 2.0, if you will. Built by Calvin and Vasa. The number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and gray multi-tool staggering technician. That's cool. That looks ridiculous. Alright. Alright, back to that then. Let's get the physical instrument stuff up, and then, yeah, let's get going. I think that was it. No, I'd rather have the literally soul bad guy's weapon. No, it wasn't Hida in Worlds, Colin. As in, like, the one that we played in like 400 hours on the PS4. It was not Hida. Not Hida. I know you're doing your little face, and you're gonna yeah, it was the Beast. It was not Hida. No, Hida was the one from Wilds, which is what we just said. Read the chat. I love that this has become giving you shit about something immediately. We're all giving you shit about your fucking gift. No, Hida was not the name of the character from fucking Worlds. Yeah, Rise. Rise was that. Yeah, that's different. No, Colin has not convinced me of shit. That was not because I specifically remember the name that I had to fucking yell and tell Colin to stop changing every single part of his goddamn build between every single hunt because one resistance changed 10%, and that's more important than 25 minutes of my fucking life on this planet. I like that this rant is gonna somehow turn back to me getting angry about Alien versus Predator, Alien versus Predator Requiem. Yeah, loop it back.
This orange machine is dead still.
Oh, okay.
It has a hand crank ice groans.
Yeah.
The strain of your giant Gewaltsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream.
Thank you, electrochemistry. What no
A
ice
scoop of
cream?
ice cream would have been nice, yes.
Aw, someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels very cold.
You
Take it
gently
from me.
lift
I
the
kinda
key
want ice
from its
cream.
frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
I'm not gonna risk it. I mean, interfacing. The cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure still cold to the touch. Silver tape on the side reads "Offsite copy note." This filament contains information that can be. No, I'm gonna give it to her. Interfacing. I'm sorry. I understand, but it's so not worth. Soul. I said soul because I was looking at soul bad guy. Fucking goddamn it! It's so not worth like the risk that it just like fucks it, and she knows when I get here. I am gonna be that careful. I just feel it in my heart. Hello.
Yes, what is it?
About the offsite
Yes?
copy. I brought you the filament.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
She inspects it. What's going to
Now
happen now?
I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Yay, I get to see. Okay, she's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to pull
Wait,
over.
no. That's dangerous. She shouldn't do it.
Wait, it might be dangerous.
No, it's not dangerous. Just depressing.
She starts laughing, then almost immediately her voice oddly humorous. How do you
I have
know?
a theory. Lindell was able to divine the anomaly's location from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment.
She says as the filament clicks into
Watch.
place.
What an intricate display of failure.
She says and presses print on the machine's
The paper
keyboard.
starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. Cold sweat trickles down your spine. This is spooky as hell.
Something's very wrong with that filament.
Sona
memory.
doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here, I found it.
Where?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Not sure where. I'm still not sure it's a good idea tinkering with the unknown. Can I do anything?
Just give me a second. I'm
I
almost.
feel like a dork asking that. She clocks up her
I've
typing
never
speed.
witnessed a programmer work before.
The lieutenant leans closer to a whisper. As someone who used to program, I hate being watched.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist in the air. You did it? You found the coordinates? Oh my god, congratulations!
Thank you.
She yells back with a grin.
Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps.
Get out of here,
Just-
electrochemistry. So where is it? Where's the 2 millimeter hole in the
There,
world?
in the swallow.
She points at the other end of the church where the group of water bowls form a ritualistic
Think
arc.
you can help me again?
She tilts her head, sparkling.
I
Sure.
need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations.
You like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
I agree with you,
Just
interfacing.
walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Okay, third bowl, 2 left, Fourth bowl, 5. Right,
Thanks.
sure, no problem. I already forgot. Feels like there's someone above you watching you from the dark. We know that there is.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is going to be good.
Move the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters away.
Moves like a ghost.
Oh,
without
thank you,
creating a
options, for
single
not letting me
trace of
fuck this
sound.
up. Move the fourth bowl from the left 5 centimeters to
Some
the right.
water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place, after all.
Is there literally like a difference for walking versus running? I'm gonna check the flashlight off too, because that also feels extra douchey. And now I'm walking because I am like actually like a little nervous.
Yes, what is it?
She doesn't look up from the keyboard. I moved the water bowls to the right position, just like you asked. What's
Great.
next?
Everything should be aligned now.
She stops biting into her
Miss
chaplet.
Know-It-All is hesitating.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones.
She snaps out of
If
the
we
lull.
got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it going to just be silence and
I
nothing
don't
else?
know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything.
She stares at the heart of her
I
computer.
mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity.
I
What?
don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
You're overthinking this.
Maybe I'm just tired.
It's scary, but we just have to
Yeah.
face it.
You're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the
The
keyboard.
lieutenant takes a step back, and then nothing happens. As Sona Lokanen Kilda presses unmute on
The
her
name.
keyboard, nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Can you hear
She
anything?
doesn't answer, her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone.
Damn
Well?
it.
She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones. She's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
She's clearly disappointed.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No,
She rests her hand on rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead.
no. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is.
She raises her head, staring at all the machines that litter the church, cables coiling up on the floors like
You can
pests.
try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it?
Komamadakwa?
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air.
Playing an organ.
What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Suna, take the headphone off. What if we need just a better sound system?
sound system? All right, but where would we get one?
Where would we get
Suddenly, A
one?
rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Remembers the lieutenant inspecting the damage done to the arborests?
No.
About
What
arbusts?
they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help
You
with the
mean the
speakers.
speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course, the speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with
I
you.
guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Great, I'll go talk to
Sure.
them then.
Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Right now, I'll let you work in peace. Now, this is, I understand, going to be a crippling hit, but we're done for the night. Because I am actually digesting my own stomach while sitting here. No, we can keep going. We can keep going. We got it. It's too late to start a movie. No, we got it. We can keep doing this. We can keep doing this, right? No, it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do because otherwise I'm going to be sitting here not actually paying attention because I'm just like, I'm hungry, like the whole time we're playing. No, we'll be back tomorrow or Tuesday night and then we'll see if we can finish this. And then I want to play Doom or Dishonored because I really want to shoot something. Welcome back to Disco Friends. Welcome back to nearing the finale of Disco Friends. Nearing being, I have no idea when we'll be there. Oh, but we're getting there. To which, let's start the day with leveling up conceptualization. Because we want to be a more artful cop, I feel. There's so much fur on this, it's kind of ridiculous. Oh my god. Start the stream by rolling on the mic. That probably sounds terrible, doesn't it? I can't wait to hear this one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright, what are we doing? Okay, we look like a dork, but a cool dork. Hair bag. We don't need you, friend. I'll drink you later. Yeah, I'm very happy with that outfit. Actually, the only thing I kind of want to change is the coat. I don't know why. Because IMHO, I am more of a fuck the world kind of gal. I also just like the composure pants because they're a little hello. They're a little less ostentatious. Looks pretty good. Actually, yeah, let's get the armor back on. Oh yeah, that does actually look pretty badass. So I kind of like that, but we actually I'm trying to like not have only shivers. I guess that looks terrible. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that actually for a bit. Whatever, let's do that. Ah, Kurt. Also, what are we doing? What are we on? We need more armor pieces. Add more beauty to the wall. You know what? Before we go do rave, I think what I want to go do is kind of just do a roundabout and talk to people that we haven't talked to in a bit. Mostly because I feel like there are checks I'm not making that I should go make real quick. We don't need you, actually. Which, that sounds vague. It's intentional. Let's just start up here.
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge.
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Whatever, let death come. I'm a Revacholian badass. Kim, it looks like we've got a construction code violation.
Sure, they never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Revachol looks better, though.
But Lieutenant, think about the
The
splinters.
bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. It's nothing to worry about. Shall we?
It's funny that came up now. The sea breeze carries more than salt. Meat, not rotten, fresh, but grilled. Actually sounds rather nice. Oh, interesting that the wall's not... I guess it only comes up for the one probs. Hey, Cindy.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Piss and and fuck the world send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
They seem to hold you in high esteem. I think they're afraid of you. Maybe it's just skull solidarity. I made up the sending their best part, but I did talk to them. They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Aw. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull? Skulls are silly. What are you even trying to achieve? Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
Okay, then how's
She
that?
throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
Okay, so I'm not going to risk that check still. I don't want to take the risk. Oh, Joyce moved. Yeah. Went to the village on the coast, officer. See you there, Joyce. Or see you there. Signed Joyce. It says the note on the post. Yeah, and Joyce has left, because we got that. To that pole. No. We haven't talked to anyone in the apartment, basically, since we got here. Because that's part of the thing, is you talk to someone... I have a few questions about these.
Policeman.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of these people, there's someone who makes a comment about how you only talk to these people once and then you throw them away once you get what you want and leave. And it made me realize, like, let's go back and talk to, like, basically everybody. I bet everybody's kind of dialogue chain has stuff that we haven't thought about. Hey, tipsy while I watch. Oh, I'm drinking, what am I drinking? Peach Bellini, which is actually all right. Yeah, and hot cocoa. Tell me about the man who lives at the end of the hallway, Unio de Reacher.
I don't want to talk about the waiters.
The waiters. The cleaning lady mutters. She starts digging for something in her pockets. Why not?
Addicts. All of them. And sometimes I hear them screaming.
She winces.
They don't like me cleaning behind their door. Think I'm listening in on their fights.
So she doesn't, not after that one time. There's a that one time here.
We saw unpaid utility bills. Aren't they going to be evicted?
No one likes them in this building. It's only because of the kids they haven't been thrown out.
She
I
shakes her
don't
head.
like talking about those people.
She
Looks down the
mumbles. So
hallway. All right. Well, at least that's something. Okay, we went through here. I want to go talk, or like go check upstairs in Cindy's room. Oh,
ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
form a guess about what
A
happened.
great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water, a straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line. The wind blows through your hair. The sea breeze cuts around you, high on the balcony, as you stare over the edge of the sea.
Take in the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. This is where the damage came from. From somewhere in the inlet, the cannons.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did.
Can you
Restoration
spell
has
stories
failed.
when it's
What
for
the shilling took
buildings?
out was
Interesting.
never rebuilt. Underwater, iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud.
Oh,
Helmets of soldiers, and their finger bones too, and clavicles, littering the ocean floor.
shivers is my favorite skill by far. Okay, who did this
A
damage?
fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, They were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers.
Jesus.
They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Hey, Kim, do you know who shelled our
The
city?
coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
He fears the discussion might lead to disagreements, as it often does.
I wonder what I look like up on this
From
ledge.
the eyes of a
edge.
seagull, a nest of brown hair, not worth the 50-foot dive. From a pedestrian on the dock, a rugged
have one
man
there,
staring
interesting.
out to sea, mere feet from fatality. From a guest on the balcony of the whirling in rags, a silhouette imposing enough to be seen at a distance. The chill is bracing. The salt hangs in the air. The wind from the ocean pushes at you, smoothing your moustache.
Time to go. Interesting. Capitalism did this. You know, it's funny you say that because
Hello again, officers.
there's the argument of like, well, is the coalition America? And I feel like it's easy to go, well, yeah. Like fire. Suddenly you feel the box is on fire. Why? Oh. I'll take free drugs. All right. We'll come back up here, I guess. But the thing is, like, the setting of Revachol, like, it has gratuitous French, but it's based on, like, the developer's nation, I believe, of Estonia. And it has aspects of, like, the coalition of, like, this looks like what happens after World War II when you're in rebuilding. So it has aspects of a Soviet nation. But the coalition, as it's described, is America. Like, but that's the kind of the thing, is that makes a lot of sense, that it has places of all of these things
Applause to
that
honesty.
are all victims
He does
of capitalism. Like, we're all living underneath the mold that is capitalism. Okay, are you still alive, dude?
The aging alcoholic.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure, you know. Okay. So I don't think the working class woman even really exists for you to be someone to talk to after you tell her about her husband. Which is right, that not that I'm being like, lady, I need to talk to you about what cockatoo my spirit animal is, like in these circumstances, but I
This
just,
door is made of.
yeah, okay, so he's in the whirling rags, consuming red velvet cake because that's my idea of a Valentine treat. Ah, you like red velvet, so you are a sexual deviant. This was known. Okay, so Kuno's shack goes to...
The door has braved the elements for decades.
Oh,
The copper
wrong
nails
door.
holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and so is the knocker, shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. The keys, the lieutenant looks first.
Okay, I was just curious if it changed at all. Okay, so that's all set. Kunas is not going to talk to us. We can't fail the conceptualization check because I have to paint that wall. How's that glass house, dear? And it's fun to throw rocks around in here. Like, surprisingly so, actually.